The Queensland Government wants to ban e-bikes from going more than 10 kilometres per hour on footpaths and shared paths. Safety advocates say that this would cut them off from 90% of the bike paths in Brisbane. But here at Cabbage Tree Creek, who could tell the difference? I'm riding a section of the Cabbage Tree Creek bikeway either side of Rogan Road. In this 800 metre section, the path goes from being a shared path to a bike path and back again, switching classification 6 times according to Brisbane City Council's data, despite no change in the path design, layout or width, and zero signage. And yet, despite the path being otherwise identical, the new bill would require e-bikes to ride no more than 10 km per hour for some sections of this path, while being unrestricted in others. Of course, in reality, this whole section is a shared path, and despite low volumes of pedestrians, clear sightlines, and a wide, fairly straight path, e-bikes would be expected to ride slower than a slow jog, putting themselves at risk by riding below the 11 km per hour minimum safe speed, according to the Department of Transport and Main Roads, a department of the very government that wants to institute this absurd law. Other changes the government wants to bring in with these laws include requiring cyclists to have a driver's license before they would be allowed to ride an e-bike, adding a significant extra burden that would prevent people who have disabilities that prevent them from driving, but not from cycling, from being able to get around their city. I recommend checking out Everybody E-Bikes to learn more about the impacts of this law on accessible cycling. They also want people under 16 banned from riding e-bikes, preventing children who are unable to ride analogue bikes from cycling to school or with friends, further entrenching Queensland's car dependency and limiting teenagers' ability to grow their independence and sense of self. If you live in Queensland, I strongly urge you to make a submission to the State Development, Infrastructure and Works Committee, which is currently considering this bill. The submission deadline is 10 a.m. this Friday, the 10th of April. Let them know you strongly oppose any restrictions on the ability to ride e-bikes that does not treat them exactly the same as analogue bikes, as well as other provisions including the increased penalty for failure to wear a helmet and the ability to conduct RBTs on cyclists. These are all significant overreach for which there is no evidentiary basis. A link to the committee and to the bill are in the description below.